Somebody got to know something was going on. See what I'm saying? Ain't that right, G-Money? Yeah, I think G-Money definitely knows something. Yeah, G-Money knows something. You fucked up. You fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
And now, our feature presentation.
Damn. What up? Crack. God damn.
Oh, fucking A, boy. Jose, my brother. Am I not my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Man, this is going to be a wild one.
This is, yeah.
This is going to be a wild one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Cinema Villains proudly present to you another brand spanking new episode, a Black History flavored. I am your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black, and alongside me, the ever fantastic Pump Daddy J.
Hey, there we go. I remember that's right. Yeah.
Jose now.
Pump
Jose,
Daddy J.
Jose, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Shag. I'm doing good.
You know, the funny thing is, I
just gotta learn to play guitar now.
Yeah,
I gotta learn to shred.
I got my bass in the room. The crazy thing is, when I sat there and I looked at you, there was a time when we were getting ready to pre-record, and I was staring off in the distance. Was literally remember what you asked me to call you.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, fuck, running through my head because I was definitely gonna call you the Chon Chon Man.
That's horrible. Absolutely not. Oh no.
Instead of Duda Man, it was gonna be fucking Chon Chon Man.
Chon Chon Man.
Fucking.
Oh my no. People gonna be like, Bum Daddy, what? I'm like, man.
Hey, if you listen to the last episode, you know. If you don't,
yeah,
you still.
And if you know where that's the reference from, you, like I said, you're friends with us.
Yes, automatically.
Like
folks.
Drinks are on us. Let's go.
Yes. Speaking of drinking, this should be the last episode that I will be stone cold sober.
I'm praying to the gods.
Hey, buddy, I cannot wait. Mm-hmm. It has been a long, hard road, but we are here. Speaking of weird,
but so let's put it out there.
What's
let's
up?
Fucking face it head on.
What's up?
Have our shows been better sober than drunk?
So I haven't got a chance to look at the numbers, but I would not be surprised. We have been more focused. We have been way more focused.
You're right.
We have been way more focused.
That is true. We ain't rambling.
No, we have not been rambling. Wow, we've been talkative for a few episodes, but we were getting back in the groove of things. But yeah, we were not. We've been a little better. It's not as charming.
Yeah.
I will say this: is going back and editing these shows, they're not as charming as they normally are when the alcohols are flowing. But you know, it's a little cleaner. Let's get smacked and find out if we can pull off the same trick twice.
Right? Because I was thinking about it. Because I heard something about like, oh, there's going to be AI podcasts pretty soon.
Yeah.
And shit, there's they're going to run podcasts through a thing, and then a robot's going to just put out a podcast. And I was like, absolutely not. There's no way you can get me and Shag to do an AI podcast because I promise you that podcast will be better than anything we put out.
That shit would be a hell of a lot cleaner. But
robot Jose and Shag would just be like, joop, 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 joop. And we're like,
bitch.
well, shit.
Like drunk bitch.
Yeah.
Punk bitch. Like just shit like that. But anyway, thank you all for hitting that lovely subscribe button, that play button there on your podcast app, whatever you're using. If you saw the title, yes. We are covering one of the movies we've been wanting to cover since we started this damn show.
That's right.
3 years ago. It is, well, almost 3 years. We've been 2 years plus some months, but
wait, are we not?
2000. We started in 2020, August of 2020.
Okay, yeah, we'll be 3.
We'll be 3 years old.
Right,
yeah,
right.
but we're right up in there. But we've been wanting to cover this movie since we started, and this movie has probably one of my favorite villains of all time.
All time.
And this is probably one of Shag's. Actually, this is Shag's top 5 movies of all time. Not horror movies.
Yeah.
Just top 5 movies of all time. Which is hilarious because when I think about it, it's harder for me to name my top 5 movies of all time. I only know of 2.
That's hilarious.
So it's like easier for me to put up a top 3 list. But that movie, friends, is New Jack City. And what a perfect way to send off Black History Month by doing quite possibly the best black villain, debatable black villain of cinema movie history.
One Nino Brown.
Man,
played by the legendary Wesley Snipes, of course.
Yes, sir. That brother is the reason why dark-skinned men were back in the 90s.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, I forgot. You ain't of African, like, you're not of African descent, Jose, but I remember those days growing up, and a lot of women really like Wesley.
That's funny.
Chico the Bard had his time. But then Wesley Snipes showed up, and it was a wrap. It was a motherfucking wrap.
Oh, no.
Dark-skinned men were back up. Points. City boys. That's exactly what that was, boy. But we've been waiting to cover this movie, and if you saw my message on Twitter, or our message on Twitter, we normally try to do Black History Month, the whole month of February. We try to do nothing but black villains all through the month. However, there are a couple things that are Valentine's Day movies, sometimes Valentine's Day horror movies, and eventually we'll probably cover some other stuff that we like on Valentine's Day. We may want to just cover that and not forget about like that particular holiday. Now, it's because there's movies out there that actually fit the bill, and there's a lot of those, like rom-coms or anything else, and we want to cover that. But we don't want to take away from what this month dedicates, because there's a lot of movies out there that have black villains, and I personally, and even Jose, want to get out there to most people who may not have seen these movies. We normally would have done that this month, but due to things we wanted to cover, we decided to make the last week of February and just dedicate it to one black villain. Now, I wanted to come to you guys as an audience, and I wanted to ask you how you personally feel about that. Would you like us to go back and covering nothing but black cinema all month, probably with the exclusion for Valentine's Day, and have that? Or would you like whatever random movies that we can do, but just dedicate 1 week to a black villain? And usually we'll try to do a newer movie or a bigger movie with a legendary black villain. Let us know that on our Cinema Villains pages, socials, on IG, cinema _ villains, and at the Twitters, cinema_villains.
And please let us know. I know we always say, hey, man, if you want, reach out to us. But no, this is something we really 100% would like feedback on.
Yeah.
So please, let us know. Give us your thoughts on the matter at hand.
Please, because this will definitely help us be better. And give you guys more content, or kind of just go with the flow. Like we aren't afraid to make change, but we want to do right by you guys. It's always been about you guys. And we thank you for tuning in. But now you are going to hear us rave about this movie, because let me tell y'all something.
Well, before that, Shag,
okay,
I like to take some housekeeping out the way.
Oh yeah,
to give a 100% thank you, a special shout out, thank you, all that good shit to our wonderful friend Miles B. He bought us a cup of coffee.
Hey, my man,
and
our first cup.
Some nice, delicious Monster and Red Bulls.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Thank you. That means the world to us.
We really do, man. Thank you so much for believing in us and throwing us a little bit of that. You are going to help. Just a small thing. Anything helps. We are looking to try to make this show better. And
we got some stuff coming out, man. We got some upgrades, so to speak, coming out.
Anything that helps, we're going to pay towards these upgrades. And who knows, sooner or later, we'll have some treats for you guys and give back to the people.
But once again, thank you, Miles. It means the world to us. And Shag, if someone else wants to hook us up,
hey, you can find us on our Ko-fi page. Coffee.
I thought it was coffee. I was like,
it's
what?
Coffee? I keep saying Ko-fi because it's K-O-F-I, but I forgot the hyphen. It's hyphenated.
Yeah.
If you want to get us a coffee, you can follow. You can also look at us on our socials. It is on our LinkedIn that you can just click.
LinkedIn.
Linktree. Linktree.
Cinema Villains are business experts.
Yes,
we've worked many places.
I forgot because I have a personal LinkedIn, but you can find that on our Linktree link on our social media content. So Do that, man. Be like Miles. Be great. Help us be greater.
There you go.
Here we are. Speaking of great, this fucking movie.
Amazing.
Jose.
Amazing.
Jose, let's... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm sorry, Jose. Folks, I want to take y'all behind the red curtain or inside baseball here.
There you go.
When me and Jose watch these movies before we start recording, we get an idea and we kind of... The movie is fresh in our minds. Typically, when we watch these movies, no matter what it is, even if we've seen the movie like 100 times, or we've seen it, never seen it, or we need a refresher, we typically are talking, goofing off, taking notes,
cracking jokes, commentating.
There you go, just basic stuff like we're watching movies, like we're watching at home, like almost like Mystery Science Theater. If you want to be, if you show your age, if you know what that is, and we typically aren't. What I'm getting at is we're not silent. Right? We're paying attention, but we're cracking jokes and being, just the camaraderie. We have been doing this show for almost 3 years. This is the first movie I can truly say we did not say a goddamn word.
No, we were lasered focused.
Like, not just that, like, we were probably on our phones to the beginning of the movie, but afterwards we were locked in.
Yeah.
Like, just locked the fuck in. Like, we were quiet as shit. Weren't saying a thing to each other. We were literally looking, going like, it was like we were in a movie theater. But we were silent and we were just in awe of how great this movie was. And I asked Jose before the show, I asked him how many times has he seen this, and he's pretty much told me, he's like, hey, I hadn't seen this in a while. And I've occasionally watched it. Anytime it's on TV or anything, or like the last time I watched it with a person, with more than one person, more than myself, it was back in Atlanta when I went to WrestleMania. It wasn't 24, it was 27, I believe. That was John Cena versus The Miz, world WWE title. We were in a busted hotel room. It was me and 3 other of my friends. And it was like late as fuck. We were like, man, this hotel sucks. We turned on TV. Oh shit, New Jack City. And we just stopped watching that. It was the last time I watched that with a group of people or more, just by myself. That movie was great then and it's still great now. I want to ask you, Jose, do you remember seeing this growing up at all?
Yeah, I can remember it. I remember growing up because, like I said, I was a fan of Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
So watching him, and then I was a random fan of Ice-T. Like Ice-T always had good movies.
Yeah.
Like in this time period, like the early '90s.
Yeah.
Like he always had bangers. I thought like this movie. There was Trespass.
Yeah, I remember Trespass.
Yeah, that's another movie we need to do, by the way.
Yeah.
And shit, I know there's something else, but I just can't think of. Oh, fucking. He's in fucking Tank Girl as a kangaroo.
He is Tank Girl, bro. Like he was in Tank Girl. Oh my god, Tank Girl.
Like even my mom knows like if like Ice-T. She's like, yeah, Ice-T, Ice Cube, Ice Cube's the dark one, Ice-T's the light one. Oh, hey, there you go, mom. But yeah, yeah, like I said, so this movie was on, and pretty much it was like. It was during the boom of the crime movie wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously we're 2 horror nerds, but like, and from what I've been told on this, as I've told on this podcast, as I've said on this podcast many days, I didn't get into real movies until like later on when I was like a teenager and like just in my 20s and stuff.
Right.
However, New Jack City was my first Wesley Snipes movie.
Okay.
Like, that Demolition Man is the one I remember fondly.
Right.
So, but I remember New Jack City was my first Wesley Snipes movie, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this movie made me love crime dramas. This and like shit like New York Undercover.
Yeah.
Especially New York Undercover. This shit made me love this. Godfather. For those who know, Godfather is my favorite movie of all time. This is number 2.
There you go.
The reason this was number 1. But until I saw Godfather. Godfather made me appreciate cinema.
Yeah.
New Jack City brought me to a whole new genre of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man, what the hell is this? As a kid growing up, and as fucked up as it sounds, I thought Nino Brown was the coolest motherfucker on earth.
Right.
I didn't understand shit as a kid. I just saw the dope chain. I saw Wesley.
Right.
I was like, yo, that dude's like, I saw the Kango, I saw all that shit. I was like, yo, this motherfucker's dope. As a kid, I ain't cuss like that, but you know, I just saw it growing up. And then then I got turned to watch this as an adult. This movie hits different. And Wesley Snipes is still cool to me.
Yeah.
But it's a different type of cool.
Exactly.
Right? this movie is definitely all about the 80s crack epidemic.
Mm-hmm.
The Ronald Reagan era,
Yeah.
as it were. And the growth of that and what it does to the black community. And one man actually selling it to the black community. And you see that a lot of days now with these crime shows, with either cocaine or crack. You got Snowfall, shit, you got Power, you got those shows like that. Without me personally, I always think without New Jack City, you wouldn't have shit like that, right?
No.
At all. Like that shit was one of the best movies I've seen. And as I got older, I appreciated more and more to the fact that it's like, wow, man, this is fantastic. And the crazy shit is, when I found out this movie was directed in his directorial debut, Mario Van Peebles.
Mario Van Peebles.
Solo himself.
God damn it.
Google that, kids.
Was he not the bad guy in Highlander 3?
He was.
Right? Jesus.
It was Highlander. Yeah, was it Highlander 3
It was
or was
Highlander
it 2?
3. No, 2 was...
Yeah, because that I remember. No, I remember 3 because there was a scene that was burned into my mind of him saying, like he saw a prostitute and said, she was like, "No glove, no love," and I was like, "What?" And I didn't know what that fucking meant. I'm just a kid. I just rented this movie. I don't know what the fuck that meant, but yeah, he makes his directorial debut doing this, and he has never made a movie better than this. I'll go on the record and say that. Like, there's not a movie he's made that's better than this.
Okay, Shag. Shag, okay. Let's see. I'm going to put this to the test right now.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Go ahead. Go and look at his movies. I dare you to find a movie better than this.
I'm trying to find him as a director. Arthur, here we go.
Yeah, he did not make a movie better than this. None of his movies he's made have been better than New Jack City. You're going down that list, and I'm buying you time to go down that list.
Yeah. He's done a lot of TV shows.
Yeah,
okay,
he does.
okay.
TV, he's more known for TV now, but New Jack City is like numero uno. Like, a movie like this today would probably win or get Oscar nominated for certain things of how they were acted.
Maybe. Probably.
I don't know about winning.
Black Panther?
No, shut up. Not at all.
Hey, look, he did some episodes of 21
You aren't finding anything right now?
No, there's really nothing. No, literally nothing.
No.
Nope.
Nothing at
Posse?
all.
Do you remember Posse?
I remember Posse. I definitely remember Posse. I enjoyed Posse. Posse is not New Jack City.
What about Badass?
Not New Jack City.
No, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You won that Redemption Road.
Not better than New Jack City.
Yep. No, ain't nothing. I'm looking here.
No, you were. Jose is.
I'm just shooting out random stuff.
Yeah, it's like Jose is always trying to, like, he gets to try to troll me, but he also goes back and try to fact check me. And I know Mario Van Peebles' library. None of the things he's never repeated anything as good as New Jack City.
Oh, there you go.
I will say that with confidence. Fucking hair on my chest, pounding. Go. Right? Like, this movie to this day still holds up for it being 30 plus years old. It's actually 32 years old.
Yeah.
32 years old. And my goodness, man, this movie's older than most of our listeners. Not a lot of you, because I think a lot of y'all are kind of older. But this, my man, this is different. Jose is still trying to find a movie.
No, I just realized where that guy was from. So there's an Asian actor in this movie.
Okay.
He's for the most part the main bad guy in Romeo Almost Die.
I fucking
Not
knew
the
it.
old man, but the dude under him.
I fucking knew it.
I was like, the whole time
I was like, what did I tell you? I told you, it's like, he has to be a bad guy in some martial arts movie.
Yeah.
I know he is. I just can't fucking put a movie, like, I can't, it's killing me. I don't know. I said, when we look at the cast list, I'm going to fucking click his name and I'm going to see what he's in.
Yep, there you go. That's what it was.
Jose, what?
Crisis averted.
Crisis averted. Jose, do we recommend this movie?
Shaggy.
Yes.
We 100% recommend this movie.
You goddamn
Go
right.
see this movie if
Yes.
you've never seen this movie.
As of the time of this recording, this movie is streaming on HBO Max. You can either watch it there or buy it. Please
Please buy it. I don't
get
know
that bitch.
if you can buy. Let me see if this is on Blu-ray.
It's on Blu-ray.
Is it? Okay.
It's on Blu-ray. I want we're kind of like,
Oh, we want that
quality
Yeah, we
sluts.
want the 4K, dog.
we want that 4K, and Warner Brothers is going to be putting that shit out eventually.
I hope so.
I fucking need it more than I need air.
That's right.
Because,
Shag loves his air.
boy, I need it. But listen, This movie has it all, but the reason why we're picking this movie is because of Wesley Snipes and how he played Nino Brown.
Nino.
I got back from the theater. Now, I love representation in movies. And everyone does. Everyone likes representation in movies. Everybody, but how people get hyped for like seeing a superhero being represented like within their color and range. This movie speaks to me. I love villains. Yes, I am an edgelord. I fucking love that shit. Villains are one of the most. They're probably the best part of the movies because they get to carry a lot of it. In some parts. I even say in the comic books. When it comes to comic books, your hero is only as good as his villains. So I get hype when I see a properly portrayed black villain. We get them often, but we don't get good ones a lot. Recently, I saw Ant-Man, Quantumania, and we just saw Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Amazing. Best part of the movie, easily.
Carried that fucking movie on his very wide shoulders.
Yeah.
Broad shoulders. And I got excited to do New Jack City all over again because that reminded me on how good Wesley Snipes was as a villain in this movie. Granted, what he did in the movie is fucked up.
Oh, yeah. He does some horrible shit in this movie.
He is a horrible person. By no means is this person you're supposed to look up to.
Yeah.
But one of the best movie villains I have ever covered on this show.
Oh, yeah.
Period. That might be a spoiler for later, but probably one of the best movie villains on the show that we've literally covered. But seeing that representation, I just love how a villain can be written and a black person can play it and not be demonized in that. Even though all the shit that he was doing, definitely horrible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it again. None of this shit he does is great.
No.
He is a shit person.
Well, he gives turkeys to the community, bro.
That is bullshit. That was bullshit, and we know it, bro. If Trump hands you a fucking turkey, what are you doing with it?
I mean...
Okay, that's fair. All right, but anyway, it's one of those things to where that's the kind of shit I like, so it spoke to me. I don't know if you felt the same way about anything like that, what I'm coming from, or you feel to know what I'm coming from, but that's how I saw it, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so happy to cover this, and this movie did not let me down. Loved that shit, right?
Yeah.
Loved it, and it was very well written. Everyone hit their parts. Everyone kicked ass. And Nino Brown, growing up as a kid, even though I thought he was the coolest dude ever, as an adult, it hits more because of what he did in this movie and how he acted and how he portrayed that character. It's rare that you get a full-on black villain like that isn't a joke.
Yeah.
And that means the world to me, even though people are shitty. Like, it's like, I cannot point that out so more. It's just, that's based on how you tell your story. So, I was super happy to cover this. I don't know, how would you feel about covering this when we knew we were doing it?
Oh, yeah. I knew it was about to be a banger because I knew Wesley Snipes' performance is amazing.
Yeah, and you're a Wesley Snipes fan.
Yeah. I just remember this is one of the better Wesley Snipes movies. Like, yo.
Yeah. This is our third Wesley Snipes movie we did?
Yeah.
And again, he plays a damn good villain.
Yeah, because like I said, he's already in, the villain dome with fucking Phoenix.
Yeah, with Simon Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't know what Nino Brown would not get out of my head. I'm like, no, not Nino Brown, asshole. It's
not
Simon Phoenix.
exactly, but like,
yeah.
I was gonna save this towards the end.
Okay.
Which one's your favorite? I think I know the answer, but after seeing this,
oh yeah, no. So Simon Phoenix still is my favorite.
Yeah.
However, Nino Brown's a way better villain.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus Christ.
More complete.
Because Simon Phoenix is essentially Nino Brown,
and
if Joker. He was also the Joker.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas Nino Brown, that's a scary individual.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
That's more of a realistic.
That's more of a realistic.
Like, ooh, no.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Matter of fact, it's crazy because it's funny because I asked you who's your favorite out of the two, and I'm like, come on, man, you literally on our logo.
I know, right?
Dressed as Simon Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
So I already know who is going to be your favorite, but I kind of wanted to re-ask you that question after seeing this movie and getting refreshed on the character of Nino Brown and see where he comes up on your like Wesley Snipes as a villain list.
Right.
And he's like, hey, man, Nino's just a better written character.
Yeah,
and like I said, that was Black Joker that we got in Demolition Man.
Yeah, basically.
But Nino Brown is just holy shit on another level of just evil.
Yeah.
Like matter of fact, if Simon Phoenix is the Joker, Nino Brown's fucking Lex Luthor.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect analogy. Because I was just about to say Simon Phoenix is Nino Brown if they existed in a comic book world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because he's just over the top and, like,
Both
destructive and, like, Nino's kung fu and, he's just comic book villain, essentially. Yeah. Super villain.
Yeah.
Whereas Nino Brown is just like, no, that's a real life villain.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
That motherfucker is evil as shit. Mm-hmm. Like, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. But, like, man, I'm telling you, that was kind of fun to think about. Like, this was a really good villain that we covered, and I'm super happy, super pumped to do this. So, let's get in to Tale of the Tape and cover Mr. Nino Brown.
Nino Brown.
Let me get to my page here. Tale of the Tape, obviously on Villains Wiki.
Villains Wiki.
That we got here. Full name, Nino Brown. He has no alias. Origin, obviously, the movie New Jack City. Occupation, crime lord. Powers and skills. And this is the weirdest shit I've read, but basketball skills.
Boy, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Marksmanship and manipulation.
Yeah, I guess that's it. No, I guess drug dealing isn't a skill.
Well, if you think about it,
that is true.
He never dealt the drugs directly.
Exactly.
He just the man with the plan.
Yeah.
His hobbies: playing basketball, sleeping with women.
Hey, I mean,
feeding the homeless.
Hey, see, hey, disqualified. That's a hero.
Giving money to children.
Hey, come on, hey. Giving money to the kids, feeding turkeys to the community.
Bro.
Black Dynamite, I give turkeys to the community. Come
exactly.
on, bro. Don't hate me.
Bruh. Like, that's the shit I'm talking about, right?
And everyone always mentions that, dog. That's one of the most, that's what I'm saying, the cultural impact.
Yes.
Like, you've heard so many people be like, hey, man, I'm giving, like, rich people, I'm giving out turkeys. Like,
giving out turkeys to the hood.
I mean, there's that famous Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
When he's talking to Richard Sherman on the sideline. He's like, what you doing, dog? He's like, I'm handing out turkeys back home like Nino.
Like Nino, like dog. So I got to get back to my community.
Yeah.
His goals. Make lucrative profits throughout his multi-million-dollar drug empire.
There you go.
His crimes. It is a long list.
Say, here we go.
But they only got 2 on here.
Oh, so wow.
Drug trafficking and murder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which technically, that's about right, because they couldn't get shit else on him.
No.
The type of villain he is, a greedy drug dealer. When I saw that type of villain, the first thing that came to my mind was this man was Icarus.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Definitely flew too close to the sun.
He flew way too close to the sun.
And,
he saw Scarface.
Yes.
And took all the wrong lessons from that movie.
Instead of him going like, I'm going to do this, but different.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but fuck it. His homeboy told him.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he got too crazy, dog. You gotta remember. Tony fucked up at the end.
Yeah.
And Nino's like, whatever, world's still mine. Like,
nah, bro.
Yeah.
For fucking shadowing, like,
yeah,
shit,
exactly.
Man.
Like I said.
Oh my goodness, bro. That is some crazy shit. But Jose, speaking of crazy, or less not crazy, hit these lovely people with your good old synopsis.
Synopsis for New Jack City. A crime lord ascends to power and becomes a megalomaniacal drug lord, while a maverick police detective vows to stop him. Short and sweet.
Gotta love that. New Jack City, 1991 action crime movie, is one of the better movies I've seen. One of the better movies we covered on the show.
It's 100%, like Jesus Christ.
Initial release came out on January 17th of 1991. This movie has turned 32 years old.
There we go.
Director Mario Van Peebles. And your cast list is star-studded.
Yes.
You have the Wesley Snipes playing titular Nino Brown. Mario Van Peebles is Officer or Agent Stone.
Yeah.
Ice-T as Scotty.
Appleton, right?
Yeah, Appleton.
Yeah.
The name is cut off.
Oh, okay.
Chris Rock, actually, like Chris Rock is Pookie. Alan Payne is G Money. Good old Judd Nelson is Nick Peretti.
Don't you forget about me, Shag.
Boy. Michael Michelle is Selena. The legendary Bill Nunn, rest in peace,
Hey, Bill Nunn.
as the Duh Man. Tracy Camilla is Uniqua. Christopher Williams is Kareem. Russell Wong is Park. Bill Cobbs is Old Man. Anthony DeSano as Frankie. Vanessa Estelle is Keisha. And we got like a bunch of other people in here that I'm trying to think who actually was in as like it's a lot of people in here.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of I think that's basically it. I mean, there's a lot of cameos though.
Yeah, you got Gerald Levert. You got fucking Keith Sweat.
Got me twisted. Shit.
You got fucking Flav.
Hey, Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley. You got a
Fab Five Freddy's in this movie.
Yeah, you got a lot of people in here, bruh. A lot of people. Like it's like just a bunch of people that's in here, man.
Nicholas Ashford is the priest, the
Sean,
preacher.
Yeah, Sean Levert.
Oh, Reverend, my bad.
Reverend, yeah. Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta was in this. He was in this. And Leah Chang too is Scotty's girl. Let me go back. All right, Jose, this is a happy time because now it's time to play your favorite game.
Pop it. Flop it.
I'm glad that you know, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jose, I want to just to keep it going. The closer you get to, I don't want you to hit the direct box office numbers.
Because I never will.
You never will. And I think starting this year, I'm gonna be nicer here to you, not be super hard on you. So you can get to it close, and I'll give it to you as a win. Because as much as it's funny to me to see you fail, I don't want to continue to do that. I'm gonna keep being nice to you, okay?
Yay, being nice to me.
But that means you don't get as many chances.
That's fine with me.
All right. New Jack City, 1991. This movie had a budget of $8 million. Jose, was this a bop or a flop?
I'm gonna say this was a bop.
What would you think was the take home, my friend?
Oh my God, $8 million
with a budget of $8 million.
Okay, $8 million. 91, a crime drama.
Mm-hmm.
A very, in my opinion, a very successful drama.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I'm gonna say 56 million.
56?
Yeah.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Kind of close.
Okay.
With a take home, with a budget of $8 million, New Jack City had a take home, U.S. dollars by chance, $47.6 million.
Oh, okay, so I went over.
So you were 10 million over.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
Not super close.
Because part of me was like, okay, this still technically is kind of like
it's late. It's early 90s too.
It's early 90s. I don't know how the majority of America would flock to see, quote unquote, black movies.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I don't know. So yeah.
But this definitely was like word of mouth type deal.
Uh-huh.
Definitely became not just a cult classic, but an actual classic.
Right.
It was kind of one of those rough movies to watch because of the crack epidemic during those times.
Right.
People did lose family members and stuff to that, the crime and everything else, and it kind of hit way too close to home.
Right.
But everyone acted their asses off, and of course, with you having Ice-T in there, and he's been coming, and that was like you said earlier. This is roughly around those times where Ice-T was one of the main people, and then Wesley was also up on the come up too. You know what I'm saying? So it was like he's been around and everything else. So everyone has their motives, and then with this being Mario Van Peebles' first movie, it was kind of like, okay, let's see what he does. And this one was great, So I can understand it did its job. It made so much more than the $8 million that it was done on. Right? It made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, kind of glad this never got a sequel or a remake or anything.
Yeah, it didn't need this didn't. Well, apparently
there's supposed to be one. Don't tell me.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a reboot. But that was announced in 2019 and nothing's come up from it since.
Thank God.
Right.
Like, this is one of those movies I hope never gets touched. Because this is one of those movies that people have been wanting to remake. This is right up there with Scarface.
Exactly, yeah.
Of, like, movies they want to remake. Don't do that.
Right.
You know what? I wouldn't be mad if this was a TV show.
Now, I will say there is a stage play of this now.
Okay, that's fine.
And Alan Payne came back. He's G-Money again.
Hey, that's dope.
And Treach is Nino Brown of Naughty by Nature fame.
Yeah, Trench.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's...
trying to see Flex Alexander is Pookie. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane is Stone.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
And Gary Durden as Scotty.
Gary Durden?
Yeah, that's what it says.
We got a picture of him?
No.
Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it because it's bad for audio content. Man, I can't wait to get in this. Whenever you're ready, let's start. We can get down and dirty and start our coverage.
Well, all right.
Folks, I will say this. Please, 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 before any episode of Cinema Villains, if you haven't seen the movie, please pause us, go watch it, come back and play.
Yeah, if you've never seen this, once again, if you've never seen this movie, please watch it.
Yes.
It's an amazing movie. It's not one of those weird movies where we were like, yo, this movie's ass, but we really love it and you should watch it.
You should watch it. Like
or some
recommendation.
Crazy horror or sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
But no, this is a great movie.
This was fantastic. Like when I tell you this movie, I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me tell y'all how good this movie was. We talked during the thing.
Yeah.
We did not talk during this movie. At all.
This movie had our attention. Like
And
we just
y'all know how much we love the fucking thing.
Yes.
Good Lord. But man. But like I said, pause this, come back. Go watch the movie, come back, press play, do that. If you haven't seen it, you owe it to yourself to watch it again. It's a perfect refresher.
Yeah.
Definitely perfect refresher on that. And then we go from there.
And like I said, we're hyping up Wesley Snipes, but everyone
Yeah.
is in their bag in this movie.
Yes. There was not one bad actor
No.
in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. Wait, did I say Chris Rock was Pookie, right?
Yeah. he's a
Okay,
Chris
there.
Rock
I was
movie.
just making sure. Just making sure. But yeah. Let's go ahead and get to it, Jose. Whenever
All
you're
right.
ready.
Once again, this plot summary brought to you by Wikipedia. So don't yell at me.
Nope.
In the New York City neighborhood of Harlem in 1986, Nino Brown and his gang, the Cash Money Brothers, CMB, become the dominant drug ring in the city once crack cocaine is introduced to the streets. Thanks, Reagan. His gang consists of Gerald G. Money Wells, his best friend since childhood, enforcer and personal bodyguard, Da Man, Gun Mall Keisha, whatever, yeah, Nino's girlfriend Selena Thomas, and her tech-savvy cousin, ex-bank teller Kareem Akbar.
Brother Akbar. Nah, hey, it's funny that and we talked about this earlier when we were looking at that synopsis, or the breakdown. None of that happened because when you're first introduced to Nino and Dada Man, Bill Nunn's character, hanging a dude over the bridge.
Yeah.
That is how, honestly, not a lot of people had a real good villain opening. Like, you're kind of like, man, what the fuck? And you just see Nino
you just see him pop up with his gaiters on.
Yep.
And
Slide, gator steppers, boy.
Yeah.
Like lemon pepper steppers coming
Yeah.
out of the whip, stepping over, and then you just see him like looking over the edge, looking at the white dude or white businessman.
Yeah, I think Biff, he's like, come on, Biff, where's the drugs, buddy?
Where's the drugs? Where's my money?
He's like, hey, man, it's coming. Hey, man, brothers ain't got time to wait.
Nah, we ain't got time. And he just, and he Dada like dropped him.
Gives him the whole, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
And just drops him over, and it's over the fucking, I forget what bridge that is in New
Yeah, I
York.
can't remember it. It's not Brooklyn Bridge. I don't want to say it's a Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, no, I don't, we're Southerners. We don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bridge in New York.
Heidelberg gonna come and be like, bro, that's this bridge. I'm like,
Heidelberg's
oh, I'm
gonna
sorry.
beat our ass.
It's like, don't y'all dare how dare you misname this bridge in New York?
Smacks the shit out of us. But he drops him off, and Jose and I were even saying, like, is he dead? And I'm like, he probably is. It was a high drop.
So you
He
can
can survive that.
it, but man.
He can survive that. But at the same time, that's a long drop, and that water, you were splashing on that water.
Yeah,
that can break bones.
Yeah.
So, no idea. We're assuming he's dead. But continue.
Okay. Nino converts the Carter apartment complex into a crack house. G-Money and Keisha kill rival Fat Smitty. The CMB throws out the tenants, and Nino forces the landlord out in the streets naked. Meanwhile, undercover detective Scotty Appleton attempts to make a deal with stick-up kid Pookie, who takes off with the money. Appleton chases Pookie and shoots him in the leg, but the police release him. Nino's gang successfully run the streets of Harlem over the next 3 years.
So this starts in like 1986,
Yeah.
your boy's birth year, all the way up to going up to the following year not the following year, but the other year, 1989.
Yeah, 3 years later.
Okay, another thing I wanted to point out there. What did you think about Ice-T's introduction in this movie?
It was nice.
It was dope.
It was solid.
Yeah, I also like real shit. I thought he was the coolest motherfucker.
Ice-T had a hell of a drip himself in this fucking movie.
Everyone had a drip in this movie.
Yeah,
Everybody had drip in this movie.
Drip for days.
Like it was drip for days.
Drip for days.
He with the Raiders jacket and everything, and like with the Raiders jacket and the fucking Ray-Bans on and the chains and everything, and Chris Rock, a young Chris Rock.
Yeah.
And they shot him in the ankle, which I know had to fucking hurt. I don't know how he's
Achilles
fucking walking.
heel, damn near.
Yeah,
Just
I don't know how he's fucking walking, dude. I don't the amount of physical therapy for that, because that looked like that severed fucking tendons.
Yeah, that shit absolutely not. Just
But Ice-T's character, Scotty Appleton, is supposed to be a one of the like a fucking loose cannon. He's supposed to be like Lethal Weapon. He's supposed to be like Riggs from fucking Lethal Weapon, running around like just off his rocker.
Yeah.
Because he shoots after chasing this man, jumping off. He thought fucking Pookie, because it was like Pookie steals a bike and they chase him and he's getting to the subway rails. Pookie gets launched off of his bike because they go down these steps
and he's just going way too fast.
Yeah, he's going way too fast, and this motherfucker launches off of his shit. Like think about like Jazz getting thrown out by Uncle Phil like through the air. That's how Pookie flew.
Really?
And you look like the train fucking hit him, and the train didn't hit him.
Yeah.
But Ice-T's character looks down and he's like, and Pookie's just hauling ass the other way.
Yeah.
Ice-T fucking just jumps. And the camera shit here, perfect fucking thing, because like if that's a stunt man, I couldn't tell.
Right. Exactly.
Right? Couldn't tell. He jumps and the chase continues, and this is where he fucking just shoots him in a crowd of people. Money goes flying. First off, Pookie just steals money from Ice-T. Like, I don't know why the fuck you thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, real shit. You think he a Rasta anyway.
Yeah. Because he was like, yeah, man, show me the money. And Ice-T shows him, and he just, like, punches the motherfucker in the stomach and takes off.
Like, why you ain't just shoot him and take the money? I don't know.
Yeah, right?
Like, if you didn't have a gun. He had a gun.
Did he have a gun?
Yeah, he had a gun.
Okay, then, yeah, I don't know.
He had a gun.
He probably don't want to kill no one.
He fucking shot at him. But, like, no, I would have fucking shot him.
Yeah, you're right, but...
Hell no. Like, New York Rastas during that time?
Yeah.
Fuck no. And Ice-T's not a Rasta, but he thought he was.
Yeah.
Like, look, man, fuck that. You brother with dreadlocks who think they Rastafarian. So it's like, I'm gonna fucking shoot. Like, you need to shoot him.
Exactly.
Shoot him.
Shoot him.
But the chase sequence goes down, and then, like, Ice-T shoots Pookie. The money goes flying in the fucking air.
And everyone, like, kind of surrounds him, and he's like, hey, he pulls out the gun, like, hey, I'm a fucking cop. Y'all get back.
And then he's pointing the gun at civilians.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because this is what time, to explain to y'all what time this was. These people fucking backed off and still kind of reached in to try to get the money, dog. They're like, hey, man, I'll get shot, dog.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. And
what I got to lose? Fuck
yeah,
I'll
exactly.
Take some money.
Fuck it, bro. Like, this shit is hard
Also,
times.
this is where we're introduced to Kareem.
Yeah.
Because he's in the crowd and he's just kind of looking at Ice-T.
Yeah, he looks. A lot of foreshadowing in this movie.
He's looking
a lot
at
of foreshadowing.
and he's like, specifically when Ice-T's like, I'm a cop, y'all get back. And he's just like,
He was like, interesting.
Yeah.
Like, Kareem, remember this.
And now, exactly. And then fucking, just some quick trivia before I forget. So the chase between Scotty and Pookie was improvised. Oh. The original idea was for the chase to be a car chase. But the movie had gone over budget at that time and was in danger of being shut down.
Oh, no.
So Chris Rock instead hopped on a bicycle and Ice-T chased him.
Yeah, that actually worked a lot better.
That worked better, yeah.
I don't think this would have been as cool as a car chase.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it would have been weird.
It would have been weird because, like, it's New York, and I don't believe there's any... I've been to New York. I don't believe there's any room...
I was about to say, no one drives, really, in New York. But, yeah.
But, like, it's... That one... That definitely was a lot better. I appreciate that. But I always thought that shit was cool, and then, like I said, he's supposed to be playing like a fucking loose cannon cop, which fits the bill, Because Ice-T's a mean motherfucker.
Yeah.
For real, and has the face of a mean motherfucker. Remember, this dude haunted me in Def Jam Fight for New York. So
Yeah, absolutely. Goddamn, that's hilarious.
So, like, look at what he did to poor Maximilian. Broke Max's spirit.
Oh, shit.
But,
was he?
What?
I was saying he was a good guy though, wasn't he? Was not
Eventually.
I couldn't remember. Cause I'm like Snoop Dogg is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is sticky finger.
Yeah, eventually,
100%, yeah.
Ice-T just has that character of like, yo, if the roles were switched, I would it still would work.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah,
Like Ice-T is still like Ice-T mean. I don't think he has enough. Like he don't have Wesley's charisma. But if he was Nino Brown and Wesley was Scotty, yeah, I can still believe it.
yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna read that piece of trivia.
Go ahead.
It's hilarious. You said that. Wesley Snipes originally wanted to play Scotty Appleton when he auditioned. However, Mario Van Peebles and Barry Michael Cooper insisted that he play Nino Brown as the part was written for him.
Boy, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
that they pulled that
That's
man
why
to his
you're
senses.
funny that you say that, because like no, Wesley could still pull off being Scotty
Yes.
Appleton 100%.
Oh yeah. But can Ice-T
Ice-T,
be Nino?
I don't think Ice-T has the charisma.
No.
The over-the-top charisma.
Yeah.
Because
No.
I can believe Ice-T being threatening as shit.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know, and everything, but-
most definitely.
Yeah, but as he doesn't have the presence, I don't think.
I can believe
well,
Ice-T
no,
is
not the presence, but like I said,
no,
I don't think
he's not as charismatic.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and not just saying that he's not charismatic. Period. It's just like when I see Nino Brown, like it's funny because me and my other friends, I know, like shout out to my boy Brian. We play jokes. Like he says,
Yeah.
"Yo, Will Smith can be this part, but this person can't be Will Smith." So we say the shit like I say this shit right here. Like Nino, like fucking Wesley Snipes can be Scotty Appleton, but Ice-T cannot be Nino Brown.
Yeah.
He can be a drug lord,
Yeah.
but he ain't Nino
that
Brown.
character would have had to been reworked.
Yeah,
Like,
because he'd have just had to been like no nonsense.
Yeah.
The entire time, right? Like I no, like he first off, movie wouldn't have been short as shit because Ice-T would have shot G Money like off rip.
100%, yeah.
G Money would have been
Yep.
dead, 1,000% gone. Motherfucker would have been 2 scenes in.
That character
yeah,
would
no.
have had to been Denzel from
Training
American
Day?
Gangster.
Oh, American Gangster. Okay, yeah,
Like
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
That's how you
That
would have
makes
to
sense.
redo that movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just no nonsense.
There's no nonsense business like a
Business,
motherfucker.
respect, no nonsense.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. Good fucking call, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we do that movie.
Yeah, that's a great movie too. And well, going back, the whole Nino Brown taking over scene was just crazy as well because they have their big meeting in like his club. Is it Nino's club?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
ever
Nino's
said?
club.
Okay,
yeah.
You know, it like he's like, look, because his homeboy introduces him to crack. Because he's like, hey man,
That was G-Money.
Yeah, G Money introduced. He's like, what is this, man? He's like, trust me, dude, this shit is about to take over.
Yep.
It's like we got to be on top of this. And he's like, all right, fuck it, we'll do it. And that's when he like he's like, we're gonna take over this apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're gonna take care of the tenant. You know, and either everyone's gonna fall in line or,
Yeah.
you know, it's gonna be like Pyru. You know, we just have a bunch of slaves.
Beirut.
There you go. And fucking, you know, everyone's a prisoner.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happens because they just shoot the Rastafarian outside selling
Dog.
drugs.
Boy, they bust his brains out, man. I'm like, God
Yeah, because homeboy just
damn.
pulls up on G Money pulls up on him like, hey man, your services are no longer needed by word of
Nino Brown.
Brown. He's like, what the fuck? Like
And old girl gets out the
before
whip.
he could finish his sentence.
Before like, what the bomb? Just done.
He's like, now that's how you kill someone, man. You just run up on him and just boop.
Broad daylight.
Yeah.
I'm like, G Money is getting like rock hard on this. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy to me. Like, man.
And like the tenants, because he's like, okay, we're gonna take over these rooms, this room, this room, this room. This is gonna be locked. Lookout.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. And you just see them wiping out those rooms,
Yep.
and just like I
Like,
said,
get out. Like just you see, like you get that fucking montage of them taking over the Carter. That's the
Yeah.
apartment complex. And they're knocking off these rooms and they're kicking those people out. They ain't killing them, but they're just like killing. They just getting like y'all need to get out.
Yeah.
Just like shooting and shit, and they just running out of the house and everything. So it's crazy. You know how fucking crazy that is.
Yeah.
Like, you know how crazy that is? I just imagine you in there taking a shit, somebody kicks your shit down with a fucking shotgun saying, get the fuck out.
I'm like,
Boy,
but can I wipe my ass first? Like, dog, please.
dog, if you was constipated, you ain't constipated with that fucking
Exactly.
shotgun in
Yeah,
your
you ain't
goddamn
lying.
face. Oh, no.
Low key, you're like, hey man, thanks. I kind of needed that.
Well, like, get your bitch ass. You fucking dookie ass looking like old dookie ass boy. Like, just sitting there, like, pulling out, boy.
Oh, that's
like,
my nickname for the rest of my time.
Big
at the
Dookie,
Carter.
dog.
Big Dookie. Just like,
Big
damn it.
dookie.
And why y'all call him Big Dookie? We busting his shit, taking a shit.
Taking a shit, boy. You smell like Dookie and shit, boy. Get your shitty boo-boo ass out of here. Like,
Oh, no.
Nah, bro. Like, it was bad, man. But, like, the fucking plan was calculated. It had its shit. Nino showed off. He knew exactly what he was going to do. But I had one criticism with that. He should have had it in multiple spots.
Yeah.
Like,
don't put all your
eggs in one basket.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. It's just he should have had it in multiple spots. The only reason why I say that because the product spread out. Instead of you having one central hub,
Yeah.
you can keep going. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, who would have ran those spots?
Yeah.
Would have
that
been
is
the
true.
difficult thing. But like at the same time, you would just run them over there and just have different spots.
Yeah.
And just basic shit.
There you go.
Anyway.
All right. When Detective Stone comes under pressure, Appleton volunteers to infiltrate Nino's gang and is partnered with loose cannon Nick Peretti. Elsewhere, mobster Frankie Needles attempts to collect taxes from Nino, who refuses to pay. While Appleton and Peretti are spying on Nino and his gang as they hand out turkeys for Thanksgiving, Appleton spots Pookie, now a crack addict, as the man beats his junkie girlfriend. Instead of arresting him, Appleton gets Pookie into rehab. Later, Pookie offers to help bring down Nino. Against his better judgment and the disapproval of Stone and Peretti, Appleton recruits Pookie as an informant in the Carter. So there's that.
Yeah,
like I said, he's giving out turkeys to the...
Yeah, it's a ploy. Trying to give back to my community.
Exactly.
Like, hey, sorry I bust your shit. Here's a goddamn turkey.
Also, when I say Detective Stone comes under pressure and, Appleton volunteers, no, he doesn't.
Nah.
He recruits Appleton and Peretti because, like, look,
Yeah.
I need these two cops.
Yeah.
To his, like, superior, I guess I don't even know. We see him once with his amazing mustache. And,
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, he definitely has the role of, like, angry police chief.
yeah. He's like, I don't want those loose cannons on my job. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm trying to bring down,
We're trying to take down Nino Brown, his whole operation. I cannot risk having these two psychotic cops on that beat. Well, you're gonna need them, Johnson.
Yeah, it's basically that.
Yeah, it's that.
Because he's like, look, man.
Two brothers.
You're telling me... This summer, two brothers.
Two brothers. That's it. That's the title.
That's the title, Two Brothers. Oh, shit. But no, yeah, he's like, look, man, you want me to win a war, but you're not letting me get the soldiers I need. Like,
that's
literally what you're doing.
That is literally the thing. It's like...
And he finally like, okay, fine, grab him. But, man, please don't let this shit get out of hand.
Yeah, like, it was one of those things. It's like, hey, it's like if the Trump card literally came in, slammed it on the table... And just showed you everything else, like so you could win the war, but he didn't want to fucking do it.
Yeah,
which is I get why you didn't want to do it because they would fuck up. Which again proves it right.
Yeah,
down the line we're getting ahead of ourselves, but
it's kind of funny because they immediately just don't like each other.
Yeah,
Appleton and Peretti.
Yeah, this is like
biscuit head ass.
Biscuit head ass, bro. Like not just that. This was fucking. This was like Walmart. Fucking Lethal Weapon, if you think about it.
That's hilarious.
Like, hey, or even like this is fucking not just that. This was fucking Target brand not Starsky and Hutch. What was the fucking Tango and Cash?
Tango and Cash, yeah.
Like that's exactly what that said. Cause like it's like, ooh, hey, look at Big Bad. He's like, I don't want to. It'll look like Ice-T wanted to say, he looked like he wanted to call that man a saltine the entire fucking time. He looked at Nick Peretti was like, get this white man out of my face.
Right.
He don't know nothing about the hood, in which case he does, but that's explained later.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why he was chosen. And Ice-T is like, yo, fuck him. I can do this on my own. Like, no, you can't.
He's like, no, you can't. And we're trying to finally bring Nino down. Like, you got to work.
He's going to, like, we're going to do this together, but he's coming with you. Mm-hmm. Ice-T's like, all right, man, I'll do it.
Because I hate Nino that much.
But I don't need him.
And back to Pookie, yeah, they get him rehabbed.
Now, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Now, how did you feel about Chris Rock playing Pookie? Like, he's one of the most iconic. That's his most iconic fucking role.
Yeah.
Man, like,
he did a great job, man.
That shit.
There was like I said, everyone's in their bag in this movie.
Yes.
Chris Rock fucking nails this dude.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Like, man, like, dog.
He's sympathetic as hell
Yes.
he's just like, man.
It's like you see him in the beginning of the movie, and then he gets shot, and then 3 years pass. He is just
He is cracked out.
oof, boy. Man. Like, he is just that. I can look at him and I can smell it I can smell it through the TV. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. My fucking word, bro. He looks like a scab on a knee. Like,
Yeah.
it's bad, bro. It's real bad. Good. Shouts out to the makeup team.
Right.
Doing that, man. Holy shit.
But yeah,
like he acted his ass off
Yeah,
on
he
that
did.
on that shit, man. Like, also, what did you think of as Judd, as Nick?
He's great.
Yeah, it just everyone was really good in this.
Yeah.
Right? He played Nick. He played Nick and played his role well.
Yeah, it's like I know you're not racist.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're saying some such shit, dog.
Yeah, like, hey man,
you're like, it's a black thing.
it's a black thing. Like, bro, I will beat your ass. Like, I'm sitting there going, like, bro, if we weren't cops,
Yeah.
I'd beat the shit out of you. Like, word. Because, like, Icy's, like, just looking at us like, man, he got one time.
Yeah.
One time. I'm going to backhand the fuck out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Please believe me. He looked at Agent Stone and was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
This man looked like...
Agent Stone's like,
Come on, man, please.
yeah.
Like you see, like, all right, and yeah, he just kept on. But Judd played a really great character in this, man. Like, I fucked with it. But yeah, it was so fucked up seeing Pookie like that, man. It is like, even growing up, it was like, Chris Rock, that's a motherfucking Pookie. It was funny. This was also my first time looking at Chris Rock, not knowing that he was a comedian.
Oh, that's funny.
Not knowing he was a comedian. I was like, oh shit, the crackhead's a joker. He's telling jokes. And then I was like, oh no, he's always been a comedian.
Yeah. That's funny. And but yeah, he gets clean and basically he infiltrates Nino Brown's the Carter, and he's fucking doing a good job.
Yeah, the whole operation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he infiltrates the whole operation. Going from there,
They give him a little camera belt.
Yeah, it was a smart idea,
Yeah.
right? To like, hey, but at the same time, it was risky as fuck because hey, let's take a former crackhead who used to work for Nino Brown, pushing coke, and put him back in that area. After you just spent time and possibly money and effort getting him clean, you want to put him back in there. The moment... Oh, wait, were you going to cover that, or you?
It kind of skips over a lot of that. That's why I'm covering it right now.
Okay, yeah, because the moment... Because then, like, he was... Pookie was doing a really good job for the CMB.
Yeah.
And working his way up. Like, he was clean, sober. He was like, yo, we're coming back and reporting, but they needed hard evidence.
Yeah.
So they gave him that belt, and then gave him the belt that was a camera, and he was wired, which, again, insane to me, because that's definitely someplace you're going to fucking die. But he was wired. He was ready to go. He was ready to do that.
Yeah.
And then finally, that day comes to where, hey, man, you've been doing a good job. We're going to put you in the drug room.
Yeah.
Or the drugstore. Sorry. They're going to put him in the drugstore, which Scotty should have known. He should have known.
Right.
To not have that happen. Because at that point, that's way too fucking risky.
Mm-hmm.
You say, hey, man, we don't have enough evidence because Nino's not delivering. Like, Nino ain't ever coming down there.
Right.
Bruh. If he did, he would have been down there the whole time. He's never been down there.
No.
He's not coming down there.
Not at all.
That's G Money. At that point, Nino might as well be G Money. But we all know Nino exists.
Right.
Right? So I don't know what you would have done there. Like, how could you have done that? You know it's a fuck up, but how would you would have done that though?
So here's the thing that's hilarious. This is it's not trivia, but it's under Goose.
Okay.
No, like this is 100% true.
Okay.
So Pookie time inside the Carter was extensively videotaped, and those tapes, which included G Money giving the order to kill Pookie, well, it's kind of getting ahead, but
yeah.
After his cover is blown, were all saved by the cops. Despite all that taped evidence that could have been used to either convict G Money and several others or flip them as witnesses against Nino, the operation is declared a total failure and the tapes were never used. Which is true. Like, why won't you, like... I understand you want Nino, but why won't
exactly
you use...
what it is.
You fucking use them to get Nino. You know what I'm saying? Or
like, is it because you think they're too loyal?
Yeah, which might be the case, but not all of them.
G Money grew up with him.
Yeah.
And while things were not going well at the time, and G Money definitely had like that motherfucker's a snitch. Like he ain't a snitch, but he's a turncoat motherfucker. I don't really trust him.
Yeah.
Even though I grew up with him, man, my entire life. He been acting real strange these last few weeks.
Yeah.
Right? And but it's crazy because you had enough evidence to at least put one of them away.
Mm-hmm.
But they probably wanted it was either Nino Brown or nothing.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much what it was.
It was either Nino Brown or nothing. And it's
Because you even had Kareem on video. Like, you couldn't get him?
You had all of them dudes locked up. They were literally like, hey, we're going to put you in the drug room. Or, yeah, we're going to put you in the drugstore.
Yeah.
Bro, are you serious? And then Pookie's working in the place with the fucking crack, with the goddamn product. You had everything. You wanted Nino, but you had no proof that Nino was the one.
Yeah, and before that, we get that scene where they're, like, all on the beach.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, nah, man, we really shouldn't put Pookie.
That was Nick
really
telling.
Yeah.
That was Nick and Stone telling us, hey, man, Stone's like, I don't think I like this. Nick is like, hey, yeah, he should not be there.
Yeah.
And Scotty's the only one like, hey, man, let my dog work.
Yeah.
Let him work. He's got it. He's going to do it. Right?
Uh-huh.
We're going to get this. We're going to get the evidence. And they were pushing that. Like, but why would you do? You knew he was a fucking junkie, man.
Yeah.
And even Nick knew because, like, spoiler alert, Nick was a druggie too.
Yep.
Nick was a druggie. He said, I know what that shit's going to be like. This is not a good idea.
Right.
Definitely not a good idea. And it's crazy to me because of the fact, like, why would you let that happen? And if you care about Pookie that much, why would you put him in that situation?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand using him to get to that point.
Right.
And he wants to help put Nino away, but don't put him near that.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as they say they're going to put him in the drugstore, be like, hey, man.
You're in too deep.
Yeah,
we got to pull you out.
Yes,
like,
we got to take you out. And then Pookie's not going to think well because he's thinking he's going to help.
Yeah.
Because he's doing his job. He should have been like, because even then Pookie'd be like, hey, man, I don't think I should be near that.
Yeah.
That'd have been a good call. But it's like, hey, they're not going to let me go any further. But that's when you just would have pulled him out. You've got enough.
Yeah.
You can just flip that on him. Like, you're going to go, like, hey, just like you said, hey, you can get G Money and be like, hey, we can put you away for a long, long time. And Nino's not coming for you.
Yeah.
But
then also Ice-T did kind of gaslight his ass to go in because he was like, hey, man, people like you owe the streets a lot.
yeah.
Because like someone like you killed my mom a long time ago, just went up and shot her for no fucking reason. You know, and like you are causing a lot of damage on the streets.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I
you
did
owe
remember
it.
that.
So, yeah. So it was kind of, Ice-T kind of did fuck him.
Yeah.
Like gaslit him to fucking go in the goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
He did. He definitely did.
Yeah.
He definitely did.
But moving on, let's do
Yeah.
this. When Pookie relapses, G Money realizes that he is wired and orders the Carter destroyed. The cops find Pookie's body and bloodied, booby-trapped corpse. Peretti defuses the explosion seconds before it explodes.
And this is the raid, by the way.
Yeah. Nino angrily warns G Money against repeating such a costly mistake. There we go. Because during this time, like I said, he finds out they raid the Carter. You know, fucking G Money has destroyed. Like, everyone's lighting shit on fire. They kill poor Pookie and they strap him to a bomb.
Yeah, it's
In one of the mini goofs of this movie, you see.
yeah.
So Chris Rock gets his neck snapped essentially.
Yeah,
like his neck is just backwards.
Backwards, yeah.
And you can see him blink when they run up on
Yeah.
him. Like, oh.
I pointed that out. I
Yeah.
was like, wait, did he fucking blink?
And that was on the goose. On the
Yeah.
the goose.
He's like, did
hey,
he fucking
can see
blink?
Chris Rock-
You can make the argument that he's like, oh yeah, that's just the body reacting.
Yeah.
But no, that's a full on blink, bro.
Right.
Yeah, he gets Pookie. The reason why Pookie gets made is because he relapsed. He steals the fucking vial, puts it in his mouth, and I'm only assuming that he fucking swallowed it.
Yeah,
And-
because you're right.
Yeah, swallowed it. I'm gonna tell you now. There's no chance he fucking vomited out. That
Yeah,
came
because
out
there's a
number
scene
2.
where he's fighting the urge.
Yeah.
And he's successfully fighting it,
Yeah.
but it just overtakes him eventually, and it's just too much.
He said it just calls him, and then but he goes back to work, and this motherfucker is being weird as fuck.
Yeah.
And Nick points it out. He's like, "Hey man, your boy, something's wrong with your boy." And he's like, "Nah, man, he's all right." That is code for get his ass the fuck out of
Yeah.
there. And when they pull up, they everyone in the room's looking at him like, "This motherfucker kind of crazy." I was like, "Nah, something else is going on." Fucking G Money comes in that bitch, And he's like, bro, what the fuck? Is like, are
Like,
you
high as fucking right now, ain't you?
And then he fucking rips off his shirt, seeing the fucking, like, showing that he's wired. And then fucking just, like, he's like, yo, take him outside and kill his ass. And then he's fucking, Pookie's yelling in Pookie's famous last words, Scotty, help me.
Yeah.
They're going to kill me, man. And then, yeah. They fucking treat that dude like a Mortal Kombat character, breaking his fucking neck and is looking the other way. I was like, fuck, man. Like, he's all bloody and shit, but you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. This is fucking brutal. And that was the ball dropped on Scotty, bro. Like, he should have got that man out of there. And that as a scene was actually, like, kind of well done. They went in there with a whole tactical squad while everyone's running out of the fucking Carter.
Yeah.
People and shit is getting shot the fuck up. Like, it was heavy, man.
Yeah.
But then they were in there and they fucking defused that bomb. And it's funny as shit because Nick is trying to tell him, he's like, look, slowly pull the blue wire on the count of 3.
Yeah.
And fucking Ice-T's fucking hazel ass eyes get big as fuck as he reaches down. He's like, nigga's like, slowly.
Yeah, he's like, slowly. And then they pull him and nothing happens.
And then nothing happens, but the shit speeds up. And we're like sitting here, we're like, me and Jose is like, dog, I know it doesn't explode.
Yeah, but like,
we're
holy
like,
shit,
we are tense.
Yeah.
We're just sitting here like,
He's like, one of these is the ground wire. He's like, motherfucker, which one? It's about to blow.
He's like, one of these, like, which one? He's like, I don't know, hold on. He's like, wait. And he pulls it. Of course, there's 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
And then he pulls it and this fucking timer goes, like, it stops.
It stops, yeah. And it's just like, whew.
Like, just breathe. But, oh, my God, dude, so tense. But, like, of course, everyone gets out. They like, G-Money calls Nino. And Nino, which we didn't cover, Nino, there's dissension within the ranks.
Yeah.
Because Nino stole G-Money's quote-unquote girl.
Right.
Right? It was a girl that G-Money met at Frankie Needles'
Strip
clubs.
Yeah.
And Nino took a shine to her. Now, Nino also has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But Nino's one of those guys that if he sees what he wants, he's going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's literally what happened. And G-Money's trying to get him to not do that. But his fate was already sealed.
Because there's already like, because he said something along the facts that like, yeah, man, I would love a kid.
Yeah, so what happens is they're having a party. It's it's just between Nino Brown, G-Money, the stripper, Uniqua, and I think Sandra is her name.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and Nino's girl. All together, and they're just kind of hanging out. And then, but Uniqua, G-Money's girl, literally is flirting with Nino the whole time, and Nino's kind of like just staring, just eye fucking her at that point, right? That is exactly what is happening. And they're talking, and Uniqua stirring the fucking pot, saying he deserves a son or someone to continue his lineage.
Yeah.
And then Nino's like, well, it ain't for lack of trying. She just can't, talking about Sandra, she just can't have kids. And that fucking broke Sandra's heart.
Yeah, she just walks out. And then G-Money's like, man, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, G-Money's like, well, the only one with a goddamn conscience, which is hilarious considering that the fact and lifestyle that they're in.
Right.
But he's like, hey, man, what the fuck? He's like, hey, man, go help her.
Yeah, go back to your girl, dog. What the fuck's wrong with you?
And then he was like, yo, go talk to her, man.
Yeah.
Go make sure she's okay. He's like, what do I need to talk to her for? And he's just like, go on. And he's like, that's the thing. And when she leaves, he looks at Unique. He's like, why the fuck would you say that? I told you that in confidence. And it was just fucking her. She didn't care because she's all fucked up and just having a good time because she's like down to her fucking like, she's down to her like lingerie just because she's like stripping. So she's like literally doing that. So it's one of those things. But Nino, like that whole thing. But there was dissension in that because we get to the next scene where after the raid, G-Money calls Nino up and who answers his phone is Uniqua. And they're in bed because they fucking.
Yeah.
Now, Nico got a nice ass. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But
he's mad as fuck. He's all like, you motherfucking whore. I should have fucking knew it.
Yeah, I knew it. Like, put fucking Nino on the phone. Nino, and that's when G-Money tells him that he fucked up. Like, he's like, hey,
hey, I know you were having a fun time. Like,
but they raided us.
Yeah.
They got us.
He's like, I had to burn the Carter down. He's like, what?
Yep. That's like the worst shit.
Yeah.
Because we also get we get one of the best scenes.
Right afterwards.
Oh, yeah. This movie is a meme factory, by the way. There's like so many
By the way,
things.
this is something I couldn't find it in trivia. But during that scene we were talking about with his girlfriend and, they're watching Scarface.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, yo, they took the wrong lessons from that movie, or Nino did. So that scene, he's like, she can't have a kid.
Yep.
What can I do? Blah blah blah. That had to be like an homage to Scarface.
Something.
Especially to Scarface, because remember there's that scene where Tony's in the tub.
Yeah.
And he's talking shit to Michelle Pfeiffer, like, hey, she can't have kids, blah, blah, blah. She just walks out, and Manny, his homeboy in that movie, is that same way. He's like, hey, man, why are you being such an ass?
Yep.
Like, so
this movie had a lot of fucking,
that had to be
homages.
like an homage to Scarface, that whole scene.
Yeah, that movie had a lot of homages to Scarface.
Yeah.
Like, that was exactly it. That was exactly it, man.
But back to the scene, like I said, one of the best scenes ever.
Yep, because what happens after that? A lot of people know it as the infamous Martin scene.
Martin, who stole my CD? What was it? Who stole my CD, right? Or
Yeah, I
was it?
think, yeah. Who stole, like, everybody dressed in black.
Because Nino walks in with his Rottweiler.
Yep.
He has it on the chain. Everyone's wearing black.
He's got a black turtleneck on with his gold chain wrapped around his neck, walking the Rottweiler in the room.
Yep, just like that.
And the Rottweiler never barked at all. It just never barked.
Yeah.
But it just, good boy. Or girl? Good boy.
Good boy, we can assume.
Good dog.
Part of me believe like Nino wouldn't want a girl dog just because the way he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. He's a womanizer, but at the same time, he's like, nah, I need a fucking.
I am a big strong boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he walks in the room. Oh, and it's just the fucking thing. You can go Google this shit on.
Google Martin Rottweiler scene.
And that is that fucking scene
That
from
is
New Jack City.
top 10 Martin scene. Top 5 fucking Martin scenes.
Okay, that was the one time me and Jose started talking.
Yes.
We paused the movie. Okay, I lied because I think we paused the movie.
Yeah.
We fucking started cracking up because we fucking forgot that scene. We was like, oh my God.
Like, oh shit, the Martin scene. Yeah.
It just fucking, but
None of y'all know nothing?
none of y'all know. Nobody know nothing, huh?
And we get one of the greatest lines in movie history.
Yep. As G Money gets up to defend himself, not to fight, but just like because he was raising his voice because he was like pretty much this whole meeting. Wesley Snipes, Nino Brown was punking G Money.
Yeah.
Because he fucked up, and G Money's like, "Yo, you not finna do." And he's like, "You not finna do that." As he got up, Nino has had
a cane sword.
Yeah, a cane sword, and popped out one of the greatest fucking lines. And this movie has many a goddamn quotables.
Yeah, many quotables.
This is probably right. This is definitely top 2, and it ain't 2.
Yeah.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. When he had that fucking knife, when he had the sword to his neck,
Yeah.
and said, "Just set that line," and G Money sat right back down. Great fucking delivery.
Yep.
Great fucking delivery, and just like intense, just staring, because he was just like strong and powerful, staring back at him.
Yeah, because he's like, who let this crackhead in the house?
Yep. Oh,
Like,
you already knew who it was.
Yeah. Like, and who infiltrated it? And he's just looking at G Money the whole time.
Because it was his operation that he was.
And G Money was like, look, man, Kareem told me about him.
Yep.
He's the one that brought me to him. Kareem's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, hey, man, what? You don't want to let him in. It's essentially G Money's fault.
Yeah.
But also, this wouldn't have
G Money had final say. He could be like, absolutely not.
Yeah, G Money definitely had final say. And he was like, but Kareem did bring Pookie in.
Yeah.
You could have just left him at lookout. Well, granted, it still was infiltrated.
Right. You were still in there, yeah.
You were still infiltrated, but like all y'all would have probably been arrested eventually.
Yeah.
But again, G Money is being treated like a bitch here. Which also this comes back to fucking it's not Manny in a sense. It's Scarface shit all throughout this movie. Because like Manny is definitely G Money, but in a sense of where G Money's not fucking like a sister.
Yeah.
He is like
Manny never got Scarface had respect for Manny.
Yeah.
He just lost his shit at the end. That's all it was.
But he saw him with his sister and he told him never to be with his sister. And that's what he saw, and he fucking lost his shit. It was a wrap. He killed that motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you lied to me. But it was kind of like one of those things where tension. G Money, however, was like sick of that shit and eventually plotting to overthrow.
Essentially.
Yeah, just take over. He's like, because I'm tired. You ain't going to bitch me out in front of these people no more. Because after that scene, it was like the friendship was
just pretty much done at that point. It was just like, and he stabs Kareem in the hand and was about to kill him.
Yeah.
But the other man saved his ass because he was like,
chill out.
Chill. He's like, no.
Yeah, because it was the only tech guy, so you had to rebuild. Who else are you gonna find?
And he was like, I never liked your fucking pretty ass.
Yeah, that's a handsome gentleman.
Yeah,
I tell you that.
He's like, I never liked your pretty ass. I'm like,
I tell you what, I was like, that is a handsome gentleman. Like I was like, yeah, you got a point. Like you got a point. But like that whole thing was top scene, and Nino just flips out on everybody and just tells everybody to leave.
Yeah.
And it's just him in the office, just him by himself. But go ahead.
After Pookie's funeral, what the fuck, man?
Pukey?
Yeah, after Pookie's funeral, that was hard to say for some reason, and no longer needed by Stone, Appleton and Peretti go undercover as drug dealers. After bribing Frankie Needles, Appleton infiltrates the CMB, partly due to G-Money's increasing ambition and drug use. Though Nino distrusts them, he agrees to do business after relating a anecdote. Right? Anecdote. I can't read, guys. About his own violent...
Anecdote.
There you go. About his own violent initiation into a gang, Nino warns that he will kill both Appleton and G-Money if any problems occur.
Yep.
So let me just get this next one out the way.
Yeah, man.
Appleton gains Nino's trust when he reveals information about G-Money's side deal and saves Nino from a gun-toting old man who had earlier appealed to the police for help against Nino. While Nino, Appleton, and CMB attend a wedding, Peretti sneaks into Nino's mansion to collect evidence. Don Armateo. Have we mentioned Don Armateo?
Nah, we just mentioned Frankie.
So that's who Frankie Needles works for. And
Yeah.
essentially, Nino cut him off. Like I think he was
In the beginning of the crack era, right when Nino blew up, that was like in the beginning, when it came back and said it's 1989, told it the year. Frankie had G-Money, walked into the office, and Frankie was like, "Hey man, y'all started doing this, and y'all cut us out of our 10%. We're gonna renegotiate." And Nino, big for his britches, is like, "Absolutely not."
like, no, we're good. See y'all later.
Yep. Actually,
don't
he
need you.
didn't say that. It was a lot of fucking.
Yeah, it was like a lot of Italiano slurs.
Yes.
It was like, geez.
Like, oof. All right.
Right.
I forgot. Oh yeah, this is a movie in the 90s.
Yeah, so that happened, and basically, Armateo says like, "Hey man, we'll get him back eventually, man."
Yeah.
He's like, one day they're gonna start to itch, and we'll be there to scratch.
Yeah,
him.
because he said something about when you lay down with the Peruvians, you get Spanish fleas.
Or some shit like that.
No, I think it was.
Yeah, it was like that. It was actually
like
that.
you get Spanish fleas, so eventually
They'll start to itch.
Nino will start to itch,
And we'll scratch him.
we'll be there to scratch him.
So that's basically it. And there's also a scene that they didn't mention. Where they came to the club, the Nino's club.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they were trying to intimidate them or just,
It was definitely
or
like
just
mafia.
trying to be assholes. I guess.
No, they were mafia intimidation shit because it was like, hey, we're not. It's like, hey, don't forget who y'all are.
Yeah.
And because it was more like a racial thing, like, hey, we got you a gift, and it's like an African statue with a fucking noose around it, and Nino was like, oh, so this is what we doing, and Nino, showing how badass he is, takes out a switchblade, flips that bitch around, fucking puts Frankie Needles
because he bashes him in the head with that statue.
Oh yeah, takes the statue, hits that motherfucker in the head. Frankie's grabbing his head, and Nino smashes that motherfucker down, takes his fucking switchblade out, and points it at him, and cuts that motherfucker's ponytail off.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everyone else in the CMB is literally got goddamn guns pointed to all the other Italian mafioso.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like, you'll never get away with this. And he's like, shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah.
Like, cut this motherfucker shit off, his ponytail,
Yeah.
cuts it off, and throws it at him. He's like, get these spaghetti eating bitches out of my sight.
Yeah.
I'm just like, see, yes, this is why. This is why.
Exactly.
This is why.
So let's see. Okay, so Don Armateo sends hitmen to kill Nino, and a massive shootout erupts between the CMB and his hitman. When Nino uses a child as a shield,
Boy.
Appleton attempts to shoot Nino behind his back. Keisha is killed as she shoots the hitman's van as they escape. Later, Selena condemns Nino for being a murderer, and Nino throws her out. Another pretty iconic line, if you ask me. Nino later kills Don Mateo and his crew in retribution for the wedding shootout.
Yep.
So that's just a big shootout scene. Oh, and also, by the way, we mentioned it, but oh boy, was able to get in his house and steal evidence.
Yeah. Still evidence that they need to bring down Nino. Finally.
Yeah. But that shootout scene happens, and you thinking Nino's gonna try to save this girl because he's like, oh no. But he's literally using her as a shield.
Yeah. Proving he ain't shit.
Yeah. It's like, Jesus Christ. And boy, Ice-T just had the gun pointed at him.
Ready. He said, I could kill this motherfucker right here and
no
there.
one would suspect
No
me.
one would expect me.
Oh, he died as a casualty.
Yeah, he died as a casualty. It's like, damn, they got him. What a shame. But they didn't do it. He couldn't do it because he was trying to defend everybody else. We did a poor job here too. We didn't talk about Keisha at all.
No.
Keisha is a muscle.
Yeah.
For Nino. And man, Keisha was also the one who killed the Rastafarian
in the beginning. Yep.
In the beginning, and she was already ready to kill the old man.
Yeah.
Who was like, let me smoke this old fool.
Yeah,
and
she multiple times pulled out a gun ready just to kill whoever.
She was dog. She was about that life.
Yeah, she 100% was
about that. So you need you a Keisha in that group, bro.
Yeah.
You need you a Keisha, dog. Keisha was a down motherfucker for real. Jesus, man, like oof. And I want to say that probably was like the nail in the coffin for the CMB losing Keisha.
Yeah.
Because at that point they haven't lost anybody.
No.
But that point that Keisha was one of the people that were with them the day ones, and she's gone because she got lit up by the Italian hitman.
Yeah.
Hit squad. And but that scene, I remember that scene being way worse. I don't know why I thought the child got shot, but no, it was just like using it as a shield. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm like, yo, Nino not shit.
Yeah.
A little black girl that he just gave money to.
Yeah, because, that's another thing he does. He gives money to the children all over the world.
Nino loves the kids, apparently.
Which is apparently that's another foreshadowing scene we talked about just now. Like, He's giving kids money, and then some old man's like, hey, get away. I guess that was his grandkid or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, get away from there. Like, we don't need your money. He's like, you need to get out these streets. And Nino Brown's like, dude, shut the fuck up, man.
Yep.
It's like, who cares? Like, what are we going to do? Like, we just going to stay poor and forever?
Yeah.
It's like...
Nino was spitting facts.
Yeah, because Nino's like, what are you going to have us do? Like, what can you do that's better? Yeah.
Have a fucking another Martin Luther King, I have a dream speech?
Yeah.
Like, where's that
he's
got
like,
you?
what you're trying to give me right now?
Yeah.
Like, no.
No. Like, you're gonna be old. They're gonna be talking about your gravesite. They're gonna be like, you're gonna be sitting there. They're gonna have that shit on your gravesite. Me, I'm gonna be right here.
Yeah.
Like, just doing what I do every day. And it was crazy because it was like that. Because the old man pulls out a fucking gun.
Yeah.
To fucking shoot Nino there. I don't know how I see saved his fucking life.
No, that's really what happened.
I see saved
He's
his
like, man, sit your ass down. Get your ass out of here.
He was like, boy, move another step and I'm going to shoot your ass.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. Ice-T had that shit to his head. Boy, because he should have been dead.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way.
If Ice-T wasn't there, he just got blasted.
Buddy would have been dead.
They
like,
just turned him into Swiss cheese
Yep.
right there on the spot.
Yep. As soon as he told them kids to get out, he pulled
Yeah.
that gun out and he was like, nah, there's no way. Absolutely not. Like, Ice-T saved his ass. Can't even be mad at that. But that shootout scene was crazy. And then how he did Selena, pouring the fucking champagne out on her.
They're like, cancel this bitch.
I'll get a new one.
Yep.
Dog, just crazy. And he's sitting there in his chair on almost like a throne
Yeah.
the entire time and just delivering these iconic lines and shit, man. It's just crazy to me of how well that shit is.
Yeah.
Because he's so intimidating. But you can see that his walls are crumbling because he's losing shit after shit. And it just, what are we doing next? Right?
Uh-huh.
And what happens next, though?
So next, Stone, Appleton, and Peretti arrange a sting operation to nab Nino.
Mm-hmm.
Kareem, aware that Appleton and Pookie were connected, exposes Appleton, and a shootout ensues. Peretti saves Appleton by killing the Dada Man, and Nino escapes. That night, Nino confronts G-Money, who accuses Nino of egotism, and Nino regretfully kills him. After the gangs collapse, Nino holes up in an apartment and continues his criminal empire solo. Appleton and Peretti assault the complex, and Appleton brutally beats Nino, revealing that it was his mother whom Nino killed in his gang initiation. Peretti discusses Appleton from killing Nino, who is taken into custody and threatens amid threats of retaliation. After his trial, Nino pleads guilty to a lesser charge, claims that he had been forced to help the gang due to threats, and identifies Kareem as the leader. When Nino is sentenced to only a year in jail, Appleton is outraged. As Nino speaks with reporters outside the courtroom, the old man again confronts Nino and fatally shoots him in the chest.
Islater!
There you go. Appleton and Peretti are both satisfied as Nino falls over the balcony to his death. As onlookers look down at Nino's corpse, an epilogue states to the viewers that decisive action must be stopped. God, I can't read no more. Imagine when I get drunk.
Boy.
An epilogue states to the viewers that decisive actions must be taken to stop real-life Nino Browns from happening.
All right, there's a couple of things that were supremely out of order.
Yeah, you're not
because
lying.
one, Nino and Stapleton actually had that conversation like before a lot. I want to say happened before the damn the wedding. Because at that point that was kind of like his initiation because they were talking.
No, I mentioned it briefly.
Okay.
In one of these paragraphs.
In one of those, but like just the way it came up in that paragraph towards the end, I'm like, that happened way beforehand.
Yeah, because Nino talks about like, hey man, I was over here in L.A. I was in this one gang.
Yeah, no, it wasn't L.A. It was Lennox Ave.
Oh, okay.
It's the L.A. boys, but it's L.A.
Right, there you go.
Lennox
Yeah,
Ave.
you're right.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, man, they wanted me to join a gang. They said I had to kill someone. He's like, I bet. Point me at one of your enemies.
He got
He was like, no, you got to just kill some random person.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you do. And he's like, okay, so I got high off angel dust.
Yep.
And just blasted some woman. She probably was a teacher or something.
School
I don't
teachers,
know.
yeah, I don't know. And the hate in Ice-T's eyes when he fucking heard that, he was like, I wanted to kill you before.
Yeah.
But now, actually, at first you had my curiosity. But now you have my erection.
There you go. And he's all like, well, it was nothing personal, right? He's like, nah, man, it's never personal, man. It's always business.
Boy. And then Ice-T is like, I'm about to kill him. Like, I'm going to kill him.
I just shooting him right here in the face.
I'm going to, like, every chance he got to try to kill him, he wanted to so bad. But he knew he had to see the mission through.
Yeah, and during, so they get a fucking stakeout, or not a stakeout. They get a fake drug deal going on.
Yeah,
and
he the drip in that whole scene.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Everyone's drip.
That drip was immaculate. Like, good Lord.
Nino with the red suit, fucking Ice-T with his coat and his little hat. Little...
His fucking hat, the same hat that he probably wears in the fucking hater. haters ball. Like player haters ball and shit. And they're just like, hey man. And that's when Kareem.
Hey, you motherfuckers say one more thing, I'm shooting the shit
out. Shut you. And that's when Kareem notices him.
Finally makes it, because he's seen him earlier. And he's like, I've seen that cat before.
Because that's when he was talking to Keisha. He's like, hey man. It was at the basketball court.
Yeah, because Nino and G Money are playing basketball.
Yeah, and then and Scotty walked up and was trying to talk to G Money, and they were like, "Yeah, no, fam, I don't know you. And it was like they were looking at him, and then like Nino was like, "Why you fucking?" Nino's looking at like G Money like, "Dog, you were fucking up supremely."
Yeah,
and pats him down, and he's like, "Yo, pat him down." Pat him down.
Yeah.
And he pats him down, and G Money pats him down, and he's like, "All right, and then something else happens, and he's like, "Hey, take him. Walk him out of here, and if he does something, if he says the wrong thing, you fucking kill him."
Yeah.
And he just walks out, and he's telling him about the side deal. He's like, "Look, we still got that deal. I'm gonna become."
He's like, "I'm gonna become king around here anyway." So you fucking remember that.
So there's remember that, and just kind of walks. But again, Scotty was ready to fucking kill him, man. He was just ready for it. But he legitimately just had to bide his time the entire time. But the crazy shit was. When you got to that point and they were like, hey, we're going to do that stakeout, there was a shootout there, and it was pretty much like 5-0 the entire time. Like, you got Agent Park died.
Yeah.
This is also where Dudda Man died.
Yeah.
And, like, just a couple of random cops got blasted or stabbed, and Nino Brown, again, I don't know if he fucking served military time or if he was just in the streets, but he was killing dudes like he was Rambo, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he was sneaking around, slitting throats, and then, like, just pretending to be a dead body, came up, stabbed him, and just kind of just kind of put him down. It was crazy. But then that's when obviously we're getting to the part where Scotty is saying, hey, we need to go get him. So they wanted to find out where Nino lives. Oh, wait, I'm jumping ahead. Well, we already did that, but pretty much this is where we get another iconic meme scene.
Oh, the meme. Yes.
the meme.
Probably the meme of this movie.
You get fucking you get G Money, and you have Nino on the roof. G Money's in a sling because I think he got his arm fucked up. He got shot.
Yeah.
And they're having the conversation, quoting CMB's Cash Money Boys, their slogan, "Am I my brother's keeper?"
Yeah.
And Nino answers like, yeah. He's like, and Nino's like, him and him are having a whole conversation because he's pretty much Nino's telling, "Hey man, you fucked up, and we can't finish this." And G Money's finally telling Nino how he feels because he's like, "You were literally, you trying to take everything. You're saying everything is mine when it was supposed to be ours."
Yeah.
When did this happen? You didn't build this shit by yourself. We did that with you. We built it. And Nino knows he's wrong, but also knows that he's got to put G down.
Yeah.
So he tells Nino straight, like he's like, "What is like? Am I my brother's keeper?" And then Nino, he's like, "Look," he's like, "Let's go back to the way let's go back to the way it was." He's like, and Nino hugs him and says, "It can never go back to the way it was."
Yeah. He's like, "I'm a wanted man now.
I'm a wanted man.
Yeah.
They're looking for me. It can never go back to the way it was. But there's one way you can make it right." He pulls the gun out on G. G gets on his knees and says, "Am I my brother's keeper?" And crying, Wesley Snipes says, "I am." Gives us the fucking meme and just shoots G Money point blank.
And for those who don't know the meme, it was a Twitter interaction where someone posted that picture. It was like me when I have to kill Tony Hawk in the race wars. And Tony Hawk quoting that tweet, replying, "Hey man, I appreciate the hesitation."
That's like, oh god damn it, Tony.
Yeah, like, "Hey man, I appreciate the hesitation."
God damn it, that shit's still funny to me.
It's the
like,
best. It
I'm
really
like,
is.
"No, Tony, no."
Exactly.
It's the greatest. And then now we get to where now that happens, and Scotty's getting some information from like some young kids on everything. And that was another fucking thing. I even have that scene saved on my phone. Like 50B cops, they fucking haul ass, but they catch one kid, and one kid's like, "Yo, nah, he lives in this apartment upstairs. He burnt the kid alive, all for $5.
Yeah.
I hope you fucking get his cold hearted ass.
He's like, "I hope you kill him.
I hope you kill his cold hearted ass, man." So they walk up. And they plan a raid in his apartment. And Nino is just like sitting there. And it had to be early in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, I had to be like 5, 6 a.m. before it actually, because it was dark out. Unless that was a fuck up.
I can't remember. It might have been early in the morning. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, unless that was a fuck up. They blasted and they get him in and they everybody starts shooting. And Scotty gets his hand on Nino, beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Like, Nino's a scary dude, and you would think he would handle himself in hand-to-hand combat. I told Jose off air. I was like, the only way I can see Nino Brown ever losing a fight is because it's Ice-T. No one else in this movie was gonna be able to whoop Nino's ass.
Yeah,
I highly recommend. I'm like, Ice-T's the only. This is believable because Ice-T is the only motherfucker I can believe beating the shit out of him. That is it. Beating him up. And they toss Nino over the rail, and obviously we get that my favorite fucking scene throughout this entire goddamn movie. It's sus as fuck, but it's my favorite fucking scene. And he literally beats the shit out of him, and he tells Nino, he's like, "That woman you killed, that school teacher you killed, that was my mother," and punches this motherfucker, and he takes because Nick is there.
Yeah.
He takes Nick's gun in slow motion, just puts the gun next to Nino. Look like he's like, "I want to shoot you so bad, my dick is hard." Pause. I think, as a matter of fact, I told my boys at Random Acts Podcast, go give them a listen. I told them straight up, because they played that on their shit. I was like, that is the coldest, hardest, yet most plausible fucking line I have ever heard in a movie. Because why would you say that to another man, dog?
Right.
But you get that, and then we get the infamous court scene.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's about to kill him, but then Stone comes out of nowhere. He's like, "No, man, we got to do this the right way. We got to take him to jail." And he has Selena with him, and Selena's like, "I will testify."
Yep.
Because that's what they said. All they needed was someone to testify against Nino.
Also, we forgot. I'm kind of sad that you didn't mention it. Like old boy in the crowd when they was about to kill him, he's like, "Yeah, shit, give me the gun. I'll do it."
Yeah, someone in the crowd like, "Shit, I'll kill him. Give me the gun."
Yeah, he's like, "I'll do it." And say somebody they were ready to kill. Like, bruh, think about how poetic it would have been if they just like if the cops just had like turned their back. You can't do that, but like they turned their back and the people just proceeded to beat his ass and kill him.
Stomp him to death. Yeah,
stomp him to death. And then like, you couldn't do that. So. We get the court scene, and we're getting in the court scene, and then Wesley, again, kills it.
All the charisma.
All of it, oozing it. Just literally sits there and goes like, and they ask him, pretty much, are you guilty? Like, everybody, Selena comes out, and she testifies.
Yeah, he's the head of the CMB, blah, blah, blah.
And then you get Scotty coming up, and he says, yeah, of course. It was like, hey, was he trying to buy drugs off of you? Like, yes. Yes, he was. That's what drug dealers do. They buy drugs. It's literally what he was doing.
Yeah.
And then Wesley as Nino finally gets on the stand and pretty much pleads guilty, but he's pretty much lying. But they say, are you the head of the CMB? Yes. He's like, I'm sorry, we couldn't hear you. Can you say that again? Yes, I was a member. You want the real head of the CMB? That's that motherfucker over there.
He points to Kareem.
Kareem Abad. It's like, Kareem Akbar.
Yeah, Akbar. He's the head. He got all the computer knowledge down.
Bro, he's like, yeah, if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. That's the most mafioso type shit. Because even if you go back and you watch shit, even going to like watching The Dark Knight, that was like, hey, it wasn't me. It was him. Yeah. I'm not the guy. Maybe you are. It's the craziest shit. Like, wow. Even in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, I don't fucking run the Fat Tony Mafia. But Fat Tony, it's literally named the Fat Tony Mafia. It's like, nah, Bart Simpson. That's the one. This is his whole idea. He killed that principal. That's literally what happened. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? And, man, yeah, that shit was crazy. Cause that's when like Scotty and them are pissed because they're like, he's only gonna get 1 year. And he's gonna walk.
Cause he's like, if you plead guilty, he's getting a lesser term. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And that's when they're like, yeah, man, you'll get sentenced to like, 3 years to life, but with like 12 years probation or something. Like,
no,
12 months.
12 only get when your first year you get parole.
Yeah.
Like 12 after 12 months you're on parole, and it's like what? No, absolutely only because like even them were like, what the fuck is happening? I thought y'all were gonna get us like Nino. It's like we wanted Nino too, but he's about to give us all of his fucking shit.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately is the thing that happens.
Yep.
In the legal justice system, if they want to bring someone else down, if that person's willing to give up shit, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
Like they'll go that other direction. They're like, all right, fine. You want a lesser deal? We'll give you a lesser deal, but you got to give us what we want. Type of shit.
Right.
Because they're always after the bigger fish. So it sucked. So Nino and Scotty was like, nah. I think if he had a gun, he would have shot him himself.
Probably, yeah.
He was like, nope. I don't even want to be on the police no more. I'm going to just shoot this fucker.
Yeah.
Done. Arrest me, but that motherfucker's dead. You have to wait too long for that.
No, yeah.
Nino walks out of the building, and we get the iconic scene, and he says, idolizer.
Yeah.
I fucked up and said, I don't know what word I said. This is idolizer. And he's just...
No, I think you did say the right word.
Did I? Because I thought it was idolizer. Because he was like, he's a false idol type shit. Am I right or am I wrong?
I believe you are wrong.
Come on, fact checker.
You're a dumb piece of shit, Shag, and I'm here to...
I mean...
I love you, Shag.
I love you too, buddy.
Idolator. You were right.
Idolator.
You were close.
Idolator. Okay, shit.
You were there.
I was there.
I
say, what? Okay, I'm going to listen back to see what I said, but this is the idolator. Like, idolator.
Your soul is required in hell.
And fucking bombs. Shoots that motherfucker with a fucking World War II gun.
It really looks like some shit there. You ain't lying.
He had a World War II ass gun. A fucking Moss. Like I don't fucking know. I don't know my World War II pistols, but like, buddy was in the war. And now the old man has mentioned that he was early on in the movie. He's like, I defended this country, and I'm thinking, was it Vietnam? It might have been Nam because he don't look that old. But the gun he had looked like that bitch came from World War II. So I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? But he shot Nino and fucking killed him, and Nino falls over slumped on the floor, and you see his body. And that's pretty outside of the fucking thing, outside of the epilogue that's in the center. That was the end.
Yeah.
Of
New Jack City.
Yeah, I think we covered everything that we wanted to cover, even if that Wikipedia gave it us out of order. I don't think we missed anything super crazy.
No, I think everything. Yeah, you're right.
I will say this soundtrack fucking slaps.
Yes, this is a great soundtrack.
This soundtrack fucking slaps, man. Like, even though, like, and I know Jose don't listen to music like this, and it's not his fault or anything else, but this soundtrack had, like, Ice-T, Guy, Johnny Gill, Keith Sweat, Queen Latifah, Color Me Bad, Essence, FS Effect, and 2 Live Crew. Like, this was peak 90s soundtrack, man.
Yep.
Very fucking good shit. Like, very fucking good shit. Like, it was the greatest shit, man. Like, I want this on. Me and Jose were just talking about it. If this is on wax, I want it on wax.
There you go.
Got to get it. Speaking of which, Jose, before we get to anything else, man, was there any other trivia that you wanted to cover or anything?
Let's see. What did I say? I said, okay, so Mario Van Peebles had formed a relationship with Clint Eastwood when the pair made Heartbreak Ridge. When Van Peebles took the New Jack City screenplay to Warner Brothers, the studio was interested in the material, but weren't keen on having an unknown as the director lead actor. Mm-hmm. Even though he wasn't really the lead actor, but whatever.
Nah.
Well, I guess Ice-T at the time.
Yeah.
Eastwood personally vouched for Van Peebles and told Warner Brothers to give the kid a shot. The success of the film launched Van Peebles' directing career. There you go. So, good for you, Clint Eastwood. Good for you.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood doing the Lord's work. I mean, Mario Van Peebles hadn't did shit else outside of this. He went to TV and stayed there, that works a lot better for him.
We like as wrestling fans. Controversial professional wrestler Jerome Young, a.k.a. New Jack, took his ring name after seeing this film.
Yep.
So there you go.
It is.
As always, we here at the Cinema Villains like to do what ifs. So John Turturro, Steve Buscemi, James Gandolfini, Nicolas Cage, Michael Imperioli, and Mickey Rourke were considered for the role of Nick Peretti before Jed Nesbitt was cast.
That is actually a crazy list.
That is a crazy list because I can see almost all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe not Nick Cage.
No, I can definitely see Nick Cage. It'd have been weird.
It's weird early 90s. It's before he was Nick Cage.
Yeah, he was Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And not Nick Cage. The one that we know and love today. Because he had hair. He wasn't like crazy balding or anything. Not saying he is,
I
but
think John Turturro would have done a fucking great job.
Turturro would have been great.
He would have been great, yeah.
That would have been great. As soon as you said Turturro, I was like, oh,
James
shit.
Gandolfini
would have been great.
As fuck, yeah.
Yep.
Steve Buscemi, maybe.
He's not. Remember now, Steve Buscemi's not bad, and he's
not a bad actor.
Also, he was like roughly around. He wasn't in Reservoir Dogs yet, but it's one of those things that like that definitely would have worked.
Yeah.
Because he's like, especially remember when you're saying like I don't know if he's racist.
Yeah.
Definitely could have got racist vibe from race.
Yeah.
And he would have said because Nick said he was a druggie at one point. Definitely could see Steve Buscemi being a drug. Same thing for fucking John Turturro.
Yeah. Mickey Rourke would have been way too serious.
Also racist.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely been like, oh yeah, no, he's racist. Like, and I'm not saying Mickey Rourke is racist. I'm like, I would believe.
Really?
What's it?
That name? Do you know that actor? I'm gonna type that in real quick.
What? Let me see it.
Oh, I thought you saw it already.
No, I didn't. James Gandolfini, Michael Imperioli.
I'm gonna Google that, see if I recognize his face.
Yeah, Michael Imperioli. Like, nah, all those names definitely could have been. I don't know if they would have fucking been. I can't say they would have been better than Judd.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Jose.
Who is he? I want to see his face, too. I'm going to feel bad. Oh, my God.
I was like, of course, yeah.
Okay, so, that's old boy from Sopranos, just like James Gandolfini.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think James Gandolfini would have been a drug head. He's the only one I could.
Christopher from The Sopranos. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like, I don't think James Gandolfini would have been weird to say like, hey, because he wasn't skinny. I'm not saying he was fat, too,
right?
But he wasn't skinny. I couldn't see him being like, yeah, I was a drug head. I was like, I don't believe that.
Right.
I don't believe that. Everyone else on that list that I mentioned definitely could see doing drugs, except for Mickey Rourke. I'm gonna just say, nah, you racist. James Gandolfini and Mickey Rourke, I can't say they were like, oh yeah, nah, I was a basehead.
Right.
Like, no, I don't believe it.
Right.
Like, especially, like, those dudes had muscle.
Yeah, that was still young Mickey Rourke. Too,
Yeah,
so he was
yeah.
fucking built. Like,
Yeah, like, no fucking way.
Right.
No fucking way. But, yeah.
Yeah, but in the end, Judd Nelson was great, man.
Yeah.
And one last trivia real quick. Ice-T recounted in his autobiography that he was cast in the film by being in the right place at the right time.
I don't fucking blame him.
That place was a nightclub, and Mario Van Peebles was also there that night.
I did hear about the story.
Yeah, Mario said he overheard me talking shit in the bathroom, Ice-T wrote. I don't remember this exactly, but apparently I was telling someone, the problem is, if they could put me under a microscope and find one molecule of me that gave a fuck, then they'd have a chance.
That's fucking perfect.
Van Peebles liked what he heard and told someone, whoever said that is going to be the star of my next movie. He found Ice-T in the club, gave him his number, and convinced the rapper to contact him the next day.
Hey, bro, that's based.
Yeah,
that's based as fuck.
Great, yeah.
That is based as fuck. I heard about that story.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part about that story.
Yeah.
I heard it's like, yeah, I got it from meeting fucking Mario Van Peebles in a club.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, that's
that's
the part
fucking
you heard him
based.
say some shit like that in the club.
He's like, yo, that is
that.
based. Like, oh my god, why you ain't have him say that?
Right?
Why you ain't have
Hey,
him
man,
say
can
that?
you say that line again?
Let's say that line again, bro. Holy shit! But he gave a fuck. He gave a fuck.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess I forgot I skipped over this one, but it's kind of weird. Said, I told you this earlier off screen. That's right. Barry Michael Cooper chose Wesley Snipes for the lead role after seeing him in the music video for Bad.
Yeah,
by
you
Michael
actually
Jackson.
mentioned that. You actually mentioned that. All right, Jose. Favorite cinema villain moment. Let's get
Oh
down
my
to it.
fucking god!
So many to choose from, right?
Jesus Christ!
You don't know what's yours? I can tell you mine.
It's the meme. It's him killing
That-
G Money.
$5 ass down.
See, it was either that or that.
That is
Those are my two.
$5 ass down. That is mine. Guaranteed. Like, it's that. It was to me. It was either that or cutting old boy's ponytail off.
Yeah.
Like that's some Blade shit before we got Blade.
I almost threw you a curveball. I was like, him giving turkeys to the community, bro. What are you talking about?
You would have said that shit because I was like, yeah, okay, I believe it. But
But no, yeah, it's definitely. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
yes, I am. Bam. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we here at Cinema Villains not only review these movies that we enjoy, but we also review, most importantly, the villains in these movies, and we judge them by 3 categories, and those categories are the motive,
The motive,
the drip,
the drip,
and the threat level.
threat level.
Jose, my compadre,
Shaggy Black.
what are you giving him for for the threat level? I mean, not threat
Oh,
level.
damn,
I'm sorry
already?
for the motive. Sorry.
See, this was the one that we were questioning,
Yeah.
but I guess at the end I'm gonna give him a 5.
Yeah, I got to give him a 5 here too. Like, it's definitely, you saw the progression.
Yeah,
Because originally he was just a street hustler, like not a hustler, but a gangster who had a small racket, and then took the crack world by storm and just stayed on top. But it was definitely the Scarface down. He was trying to do that. So like he had his motive to be the guy
yeah,
in New York, be that dude. But you know, Icarus flying too close to the sun.
yeah,
Like that type
100%.
beat. It's just that was so well done, and he was willing to do anything to get to that point.
Yeah,
And I'm also giving him a 5, but this next one's gonna be too easy.
this is the easiest. This is probably the easiest one we've done in forever.
Yeah,
This next one,
the drip.
the drip's 100% a 5.
That bitch is a
It's
6.
a 10. Like, yeah.
That's a goddamn 6 on the goddamn Richter scale.
No, you know
bro.
what? I'm gonna give him a 5, not a 6. You know why?
Why?
His haircut's a little weird.
Nah, that's
It's
just
like a
iconic,
shark,
bro.
It's like a little shark.
That shit's iconic, bro.
It is iconic, but it's still weird.
It's weird. It's like, dog, because like Antonio Brown rocked that same haircut.
And Antonio Brown's weird.
And he's fucking weird as fuck. But he's
no,
weird
but
as
yeah.
fuck. No, it's definitely
yeah,
a 5.
but
But
no,
nah,
once it's a 5.
every fucking scene.
Every outfit.
Everybody's outfit.
Every
gets-
outfit is iconic as fuck. You could dress up as him at any time in this movie and
Yes.
people know you're Nino Brown.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Straight up.
Uh-huh.
My goodness. And threat level.
Once again, it's a 5.
Clean sweep, my boy.
Yep.
Clean a sweep. The only man in this movie that I could believe to beat his ass was Ice-T.
Yeah.
Could nobody handle
No
Nino
one
Brown
else, no.
at all. Granted, there was a straight up fade, and he got the jump on by the old man, this was prophesized throughout the entire movie. It was foreshadowed. However, that old man was gonna if Ice-T didn't save him, Nino would have shot his ass in that fucking thing. Like, everybody would have got his ass, man.
And Nino had no problem taking you out.
Nope.
He had an entourage that 100% would take you out.
Super loyal.
Yeah, so yeah, no, 100% 5.
He would do, and he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty.
No.
He wasn't.
No.
At all. But he was like, no, let somebody else do it. But if I got to do it, they ain't going to make it. Right? He had no problem doing that.
Yeah.
It's a clean sweep. This is our first clean sweep of 2023.
That's right.
All right. We already know. And just.
Oh, yeah. And then it should be obvious he's VIP. 100%.
Here's, my friend, what I want to do. And I think you might follow my lead.
Yeah.
I want to put Nino Brown in the Hall of Fame.
And you know what? We could do that.
Yeah.
Because not only the cultural impact of him.
Yes.
The movie especially, but him as well.
Yes. This movie is 30 years old, and he is still one of the biggest icons. And I'm not just talking about Wesley, but he's one of the biggest iconic villains have ever stepped on the screen. And the fact that we do Hall of Fame stuff, and when we get clean sweeps, it's rare. But this is the third movie we have covered with Wesley Snipes in it, and this by far is his best villain.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put Nino Brown in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, he's a Hall of Fame villain. There you go.
There, we're gonna do it. And
he's
Jose
another Hall of Fame because he's all fives. He's a perfect score.
Yeah,
no reason not to be.
Not even, and then think about it. Not even your favorite got a clean sweep. Did he not?
Simon Phoenix? No.
Simon Phoenix did not get a clean sweep.
No, because I think his motive was wonky.
Yeah, his motive was wonky, and we like that drip.
Oh, the drip was weird.
Yeah, the drip was weird.
Because he had the Future clothes on.
Yeah,
that's
but
why.
we kind of, it was still like kind of
I'll go back and listen to it, but I don't think
he didn't get
he didn't get a perfect
No, I know
score.
he didn't get a perfect score because those was rare. But Nino
Can
Brown.
we name who's gotten perfect scores?
The last one, it was Joker and Master of the Phantasm that I remember.
Yes.
Because in December we did give out perfect scores
And
around
Predator
that time.
has gotten
Predator got a perfect
Predator
score.
got a perfect score from me. I don't think he got a perfect score from you.
He might have.
No,
clean sweep is from both.
No, because you didn't give him drip.
Okay,
Because
fair.
I remember because you were like, no, because y'all motherfuckers called me a predator for years.
Yep, you know what? That
That's
was
right.
biased. That was biased. So he didn't get a clean sweep, but like I respect it.
Right.
But a clean sweep only counts if it's from both of us.
Right.
So like Nino getting that, and yeah, everybody else who has a Hall of Fame, who has their Hall of Fame criteria of getting a clean sweep, why didn't we put them in there? Because they've either at the time. It's our show. Fuck you. We didn't put him in the Hall of Fame. We didn't put him in the Hall of Fame.
I was going to be like, Shag, I can give you an answer, but then you took it from my mouth. Thank you.
It was like, no, it's our show. We're going to do that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, he has to be in there. That's why I was like, this is a special show. There's no one, especially a black villain that I can think of.
Yeah.
Movie, TV show's different because I can definitely point to The Wire, but movie-wise, he's one of the greats. That is why he's going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All right, man. You got any closing arguments, closing statements that you want to put out?
No, that's about it, man. Like I said, it's great. This was great. This is one I can't say this enough. Watch this movie.
Please watch this movie.
It's
Jesus.
amazing.
Jesus.
There you go. And yeah, that's it, man. Nino Brown, Hall of Famer. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Well, ladies and gents, we are going to call it a night or day or whatever time you're listening to this.
That's right.
Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time.
Oh, also housekeeping.
Yeah, what's up?
We're going back to our bi-weekly after this.
Yes, okay.
So just letting you know, there won't be a new episode next week. We'll be back next week. Though.
We'll be back the following week.
Excuse me. And yeah, there you go.
Well, ladies and gents, until next time, I am Shaggy Black. Alongside me is Jose.
That's right.
We will see you next time on this thing that we're doing.
That's right. Everyone, please take care of yourselves. We love you. Adieu.
Later.